Hey guys, 0101 here, back again. Alright, so this is the next video. I believe this is video 6 for my ALU, and I actually made quite a few changes. The first, as you can see, the memory and addressing is a lot taller. This is complete memory. This is all 256 addressing locations. So just to go over some pure memory power here, we've got 256 locations times 2 bytes per location is 512 bytes, which is half a megabyte of RAM. Yeah. Okay then. Next, most important thing, I know you can't really see it up there, but there is a cluster of lanterns. So we're going to go and check the propagation time from the very start to the very end. That up there will be on the 256th memory location. Okay, so here we go. And 1, 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000, 4, 1000, 5, 1000. What's going on? Hold on. It's supposed to only take 4 seconds. So I'm not really sure what's going on there, because I did it before and it only took 4 seconds. Grr. But I mean, okay, so we can just basically count it out. So we've got 1, 2, 3, there's 1 second, 1, 2, 3, there's 2 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and then the one down here is 4. So that's 4 seconds. So we're going to be going through 16 repeaters to go from here all the way up there, all the way out there. Why it took so long, I have no idea. It's just really weird. Huh. Yeah, because I mean, that's going way too slow. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But yeah, I mean, we counted out the repeaters, going from there all the way across that line, then all the way down here. So 16 repeaters, 4 seconds, or approximately. You'll also notice that I changed the spacing. So it used to be 2 spacing before, 2 spaces in between each line. I changed it to 3. Because 1, I can use this right here, which is a bit faster and a bit more reliable transmission going upwards. And 2, the way I had it before is there was a repeater on every single address location. So now I've only got a repeater every 2 address locations. So I basically half the time it would take to address all the memory. So building all this before, in the way it was before, probably would have taken 8 seconds. Now it only takes 4. Well, it's supposed to take 4. I'm not sure what's going on with that. That's just weird. Okay. This is all still the same. Because I have the complete memory location, I no longer need to take these and send them further that way. So that's that. Memory control is still the same. I moved it a little bit, but it's still the same. There's not much difference there. And then over on the back here, alright, so this is, we don't really need anything to come off of the addressing, apart from the read and write signals, and then we would only need the one on the bottom. So I just put a wall there to make it look nice, because otherwise it'd just have stuff hanging out all over the place. Okay, and then this right here, all of our memory goes down here, goes through here, and then every 3 blocks is 1 addressing for a command. So I checked through some of the coding that I had written down for multiplication, and that was when I was going to do it completely through coding instead of, let me rephrase that. I was going to do it completely through coding using, let's see, registers and the adder. But then, you know, that would have taken half of all of my memory locations just to code that. So I want to put more than just that in there. So I changed it But I mean, just to get all that coding in there, that was 21 codes. So what I've got here is each set of 3, because you need, the repeater to propagate the signal. And then I've got 7 sets right here. These are not currently addressed, but once they will be addressed, and that's just as simple as just changing the torches to, redstone. So it's no big deal there. And then each of these little things right here will have a line going off that will go to whatever tool it goes to. So let's say that we have a command here that says, hey, take something off the bus and put it into the adder. So that'll have a specific code, and then this will go through here, then it'll send out that signal, which will then open up the gates to allow the bus data to go onto the adder. And then let's say we have another one that says, okay, take the data out of the adder and put it back onto the bus. So this will go to the gate at the other side of the adder. It'll take the output of the adder and put it back onto the bus, and then I can do whatever it is that I want to do with it. So yeah, I mean, that's basically the control unit. It doesn't look like much, it's not too fancy, but I mean, it's just addressing, that's all it is. Okay, so the next step for all of this is probably going to be to build the main bus line. So that's going to take these 16 off of here, it's going to go out here, and then it'll go all the way back over there to where the input for the data is. I suppose we can fly over there. It's kind of funny, but when you start getting stuff that's this big, I mean, even with how fast flying is, it's really, really slow. Okay, so the bus line will actually go all the way over to here, but there's going to be a command that'll say take, whatever is on the bus line and throw it into the memory data. So there's going to be a gate or something right here that'll take whatever, well, it'll control whether we take stuff off of the bus or not. And then that'll go all through and stuff. I also have this going over here this way, so if I need more space for different tools and stuff, then I can actually make a secondary bus going over here on this side. And it wouldn't be too hard to operate both buses. I mean, you would just have certain controls. Well, you would have to have the buses operate in sync, but I mean, that's not too hard. And then another thing is, depending on how long we need to keep information on the bus, I'm going to have it be a loop, but have it be a controlled loop. So like, if you need something to stay onto the bus until all of the data gets there or something, then it'll go through a loop and it'll just, keep going through a circle on the bus. But then when we need to clear the bus, then that'll probably be another command, and then that'll disengage the gate or the switches, whatever that's part of the loop. So it'll be pistons. So it'll tell those to retract, and then all the data that is on the bus, once it goes through, it'll just drop off because it can't go anywhere. And then that's how we'll clear the bus. So yeah, not too big of an update. This didn't really take all too long, maybe an hour or two. So I mean, the hardest thing was probably figuring out how to get all of this memory stuff to work. But I mean, everything else is already set up. So I just had to redo these, which, with World Edit, you just take this one, copy it over to the next one, shorten it or drop it down, whatever. So that way it matches up with where the inputs are, and then you just copy it. So it's real simple. The longest thing was probably doing all of the addressing here, but it actually gets kind of easy because once you have these first 4 right here, because this will be your zeros through your ones. So these are all zeros, and then over there on the other end they're all ones. But then like for each level that just repeats. So I could copy that directly up, and then everything after that, like these ones right here, if these are supposed to be 0, they'll all be 0 for all 16, and then that just goes through this entire thing. So it didn't really take all of that long with World Edit. Yeah, not really sure what tool I want to start with first. Probably gonna have to do the bus first. But yeah, there's the update. Hopefully this didn't take too long, and hope you enjoy it. I will continue building my ALU, and I will continue posting videos, so if you have any questions, please ask. comments, go ahead and leave them. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date with what I'm doing. And yeah, that's about it. So have a good night. And stop.